Okay guys, this is a series of videos, the first in a series of videos that will walk you through how to do an Access database portion of paper 2. Okay, so paper 2 requires you to do document production, which is Word, data manipulation, which is Access database, and presentations, which will be PowerPoint, and what is it, PowerPoint? Oh, and mail merges. But for today, we're going to concentrate on data manipulation or Access database. Okay, so we're going to go all the way down to this portion of the test, Task 3, database. Okay, you are now going to prepare some reports for the company. Make sure all currency values display the euro sign and are two decimal places. Okay, we're kind of lucky because we're in Europe, so by default, I think our formatting is set to euros. Okay, so number 20, first thing we're going to do, use a suitable database package, import the file J216 adsports.csv, and use these fields to put the fields in the following. So course code, you want to be in text, activity, you want to be in text, type, you want to be in text, rating, you want to be a number, location, text, residential, Boolean, course cost, number, duration, also a number. Okay, and we're going to set the course code field as primary. We're going to save it, and once we do that, we're going to cut and paste it as evidence. Okay, let me walk you through it. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is this. Use a suitable database package to import the file. Okay, here's the file I'm going to import, J216 adsports. Okay, and I'm going to open up Access database. Okay, once I've opened that up, all I did was click on it. It's in the taskbar down here. I click on blank desktop database. By default, it gives me a table. Okay, I don't want to use that table, so I'm going to close that table. Once I close it, that table goes away, and I'm now ready to import the file I want. Okay, so once again, just to review, they say use a suitable database package to import the file J216 adsports.csv. Okay, so I'm going to import a file. I will go to external data. I will click on text file. Okay, even though it looks, the icon, as you can see, the icon here makes it look like, oh, that's an Excel file. I should import it as an Excel. No, don't import it as an Excel because you'll get all sorts of, you'll get all sorts of mistakes on your test if you do that. Okay, so I want to import it as a text file. Okay, now I'm going to browse for it. Okay, I left it on my desktop. For you guys, it's probably going to be on your pen drive or somewhere else. Okay, so it's my desktop. There it is there, J216 adsports. I'm going to click on that. Okay, great. Click, make sure that is selected. Import the source data in a new table, the current database. Yep. Okay, great. I want to make sure that I select it as delimited values, okay, such as comma or tab separates, because it is a CSV file, which means a comma separated file. Okay, I will hit next. Comma separate, choose the delimiter that separates your fields. Yep, it's comma. Now you can see here my first row is different than the other rows. That's because the first row is a column heading. So I'm just going to click this. First row contains field names. Okay, great, perfect. Okay, next thing. All right, so now, as you can see here, I can select all of the data types that I want for each one of my field names to have. Okay, so let's start with, let's go back and have a look at what it says on the test. So in the test, we want course code to be text. Okay, I'll go back there, course code, short text. Great. If I want to change it, if I click on this drop-down box here, you can see these are all of my data types here. Okay, so I'm going to keep it to short text. Short text, great. Okay, activity. What do I want activity to be? I want activity to be, activity I also want to be text. Okay, that's great. Type, I want to be text as well. Okay. In fact, everything, rating, I want to be number, which is an integer, okay? So I'll go to rating. Okay. Now, we can select integer or long integer. Really doesn't matter. I'm going to select integer. By default, when they ask me to, oh, let me just double check because they might ask. Yes, they do specify. So rating, I want to be a number, and I want it to be integer. Okay, so I do have to specify that. Okay, it can't be long integer. Can't be long integer. It has to be integer. So I'll select that. Let's have a quick look at the other values. Okay, location needs to be text, residential, Boolean, course cost, number, and number. Okay, all right. So let's go to location. Location, I want to be text. Location, short text. Perfect. Residential. Residential, I want that to be. Residential, I want to be Boolean or logical, display as yes or no. Okay, so let's go back here. I want it to be Boolean, which I know is a yes or no option. Okay, course cost, let's see, I'm imagining course cost is probably going to be currency. Yep, course cost is a number, which is currency. Okay, go back to that, course cost, and we get to have currency. I can select that. Okay. Duration, I want to be a number, which is an integer. Okay. Let's go to duration. I want that to be a integer. Okay. And okay, so I've selected all the fields. That looks good. Next. Okay. So let access add my primary key or choose my own primary key or no primary key. Let's double check what the test says. It says set the course code field as a primary key. Okay, so I will go back there and I'm going to choose my own primary key, and here I can choose all of the fields that I have. Like I said on the test, I want course code to be my primary key. All right, so they don't tell me I have to change the name of it to anything, so I'm just going to save it as J12 Ad Sports table. Okay, hit finish and close. Great. Now I can click on that. Okay. Now I've got my first table imported, and it's called J216 Ad Sports. Okay. Right now I'm in data. I'm in data sheet view. If I double click on my table, I get these options: save, close, close all, design view, and data sheet view. Right now I'm going to click on data sheet view, and you can see I'm in data sheet view. Okay, and it'll tell me. Just going to expand this a little bit. I can see what is located on my fields. Okay. Now, let's say I've made a mistake. Let's say I forgot to make course code currency. Okay. Imagine that I did. Sorry, course cost. You can see here it's in currency. But if I made a mistake, I forgot to make this currency. I can change that now. Okay. I can double click on my table, and I can go to design view. Okay, once I'm in design view, I can see my field types, okay, and I can see my data types. I'm just going to scroll down to show you guys everything here. Okay, that's all of my data types. Okay, let's see if I can. Got all my data types there. Okay. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I want to save the data, and then I want to take a screenshot of this and put it in my evidence document. Okay, so go back to my database. Okay, here's all my field properties. I'm going to see if I can expand it to show them all. Where's that little thing? Let's go down here. No, sorry. Okay. Just going to expand all of this. There we go. Great. Okay. So I want to get a screenshot of all of this. Okay. So my computer control, Fn and F11. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my evidence. And so for my test, it says in evidence 5, take a screenshot showing the field names and data types. Okay, so I go into my Word document that has my evidence. I took that screenshot by pressing Fn and F11. Now I'm just going to paste that in. Ooh, sorry. That's not what I want. Okay. Oh, sorry. Go back to this. Okay, I'm going to get a screenshot of this again. Okay, so screenshot. Sorry, it was Control F11 to get the screenshot. And I'm going to go back to my evidence file. Boom. Okay. I'm going to expand this a little bit so I can see it better. Okay. Great, so I got a screenshot showing all this stuff here, which is what I wanted to do, okay? Now, if I want to create that, if I want to crop that screenshot a little bit more, I will just I will click on the picture, okay? Clicked on the picture, I can hit, I double-clicked on it and I can hit crop, okay? And with these little corner shots here, I can drag and drop this and just make it a little bit smaller. Okay. All right, so yeah, just made that a little bit smaller. So it's easier to make that a little bit bigger so I can see it. Okay. So great, I can see all that stuff, okay? All right, I'm going to save this then, and we'll go on to creating a data entry form for the next step, okay? So let me save this, and we'll go into the next one. Okay,